You went through this problem and then you were able to find the solution. Now let's see how much you should get once you are done writing this one. Okay, here Opelong invested 30,000. What are 30,000? Ke tšhelete ye a thomileng ka yona. That is why they've used invested. If where you invested, it means that you start with 30,000, or sometimes they can just say Opelong invest 30,000, the present tense instead of the past tense. So now, because they said this person invested 30,000, it means that we have the value of our initial, which is P, our initial amount. For how many years? For 6 years. So our T in this case is 6. The investment and the interest, the interest at 12% per annum. So this 12% is our R. Now, this investment is compounded monthly. It means that our M now is no longer going to be 1, but it's going to be 12. It means that every month this investment and interest for the first 2 years. Now, let's stop here. So, the whole investment take up to 6 years. But now, because we invested 30,000, it's run for 6 years. Which are the investment and the interest of 12% per annum compounded monthly for the first 2 years. For the first 2 years, what are the situation here? Yeah, 6 years. I extend until this compound 12 months. So more which are the whole investment at 30,000. It ran for 6 years. But now what happens is that at the first 2 years, the investment was earning 12% per annum when it is compounded monthly. So now let's write this information down. So here it says that the value of P, we agree that is 30,000. Now, looking at the statement again, the investment ran for a period. This is the period of investment. The period of investment is 6 years. Now, what happens is that this 30,000 this investment was actually taking place so the parts of years in that 6 years. So what are the first 2 years? What are our T Yamato? The first 2 years, our investment and interest got 12% per annum when it is compounded monthly. So it means that in this case, we are going to say that our N is equals to T multiplied by M. But T multiplied by M is 2 multiplied by 12, which in this case is going to be 24. Take note. This is our N. Our N is equals to 24. Now, remember we only read until here. As it will continually let the statement forward, we need to wrap up the first full stop. Now, this is where the investment happened. This is how the investment happened. But now, we can see that if we are going to introduce our I, it means that our I is going to be R over 100 multiplied by M. But they said that the investment and the interest of 12%. For how many years? For the first 2 years. Okay? So we have 12 over 100 multiplied by, how much is our M? Our M is here. We said that our M is 12. Therefore, we write 12 there. Now, this investment is compounded. So it means that you are going to use the compound interest. So we can say that for the first part, we have A is equals to P into 1 plus I to the power of N. I get it? Then from there, we take the statement further. Thereafter, okay, let's write our initial amount, which was 30,000. 1 plus 12 over 100 multiplied by 12, close bracket, for how many years? For 2 years compounded monthly, which in this case, in place of N, we are going to write 24. So you can press this calculator and do what we call a hands question. Ge o bona ba o file one amount ya P, ba o botsa re ke 30,000, but statement sa o sa tswela pele sa re thereafter the interest rate changed. What changes? The rate is going to change. We did not change the value of the investment. We only changed what? The rate. So they say after the initial, after the interest rate, thereafter the interest rate changed to 10.8% per annum, compounded semi-annual. So remember the whole is investment. It's 6 years. But 6 years here, already we have used how many years? We have used 2 years. Now from 6, how many years? If 2 years has been calculated, we are remaining with 6 minus 2, which is 4. Now we go into Ronamo. Agras Barfi, another initial amount of the investment. We are going to plug in another bracket. Here representing thereafter. Thereafter, what happened? The interest changed to 10.8. Then now let's write the information here down. The information here, now the interest rate changed to 10.8. It means that our R now is 10.8%, which in this case you're going to say R over 100 multiplied by M. But how much is our M now? They said that this is compounded semi-annually. And we know if we are saying semi-annually is the same as half years. So how many halves do we have in 1 year? We have 2 halves. Then it means that we can say 1 plus our R, 10.8 over 100 multiplied by our M, 2. Then how much is our N? N is equals to T multiplied by M. But how many years are left from 6 if 2 has already been calculated? It means that we are left with 4. It means that we are going to say 6 minus 2. The answer is 4 years. So it means that we will have 4 multiplied by semi-annually. Our M now, our M is 2. Therefore, we are going to put it 2 there. Then we're going to have 8. So it means that in place of this N, we are going to put 8. Now, when it's like this, you can simply press everything on your calculator and then you'll find the investment or na. So from my calculator, it says that the investment was around 58,000. I mean, 58,070. If I press this whole thing on a calculator, you get 58,017,51. So this is the investment that Opelong after 6 years will get. This is the amount of money that Opelong will get after 6 years. So you can do this in two ways. This is the first way. Now, another one can be you take the first part, which is P into 1 plus I to the power of N. Okay? Now you do your substitution as we did. It's 30,000 multiplied by 1 plus, then you say 12 over 100 multiplied by 12 to the power of 24. So, I took this one. I took this part. I'm calculating A for this part. Then when you calculate A for this part, you are going to get on a calculator, you'll get 38092,04. Okay? Now from there, you take the very same amount, then you calculate using the last part, which is this. We are now going to take the value that we got, and then we are now going to use it with that part. So it means that from here, you can then say your A, this is the first A, A is equals to, then you take this, remember we're still calculating A, but now it means that this was final here, but now it's going to be initial this side. So meaning that your final becomes your initial. And we've learned some of these tricks, physical sciences. If you are doing physical science, we call this hence question. It's a hence question. You get the answer, you use the answer to proceed or to finish up the whole question. Then it means that our P now is 38,092,04. You open the bracket, it's 1 plus 10,8 over 100 multiplied by 2, close bracket, to the power of 8. And once you do this, you press this on a calculator, you'll find that you have 58017,51. So you can do it like this or you can do it like that. It only depends on the one that you understand best. So this is how you find the final value of the investment after 6 years. Now, there's another question that I want to raise here, but I think what I will take this more the proceeding activity. So, but for now, let's end here and take care.